Overtime?
Overtime.
Alright, so Ralph, let us fill us in on what we're doing in this overtime.
Alright, so these are some questions that were sent to me by a friend of mine, one of my homegirls, because I told her, I was like, yo, you as a woman, was something you would like to hear, like, us talk about, like, you know, give our perspective
like
on
a
shit.
men's perspective.
Yeah. So she, you know, ran off a few questions.
What are you doing?
Shit got real problematic.
Fucking Ralph.
Yo, did I send Steve? Oh no, wait. I gotta send Steve the fact.
I have a lot of half
You gotta
naked
send
women
me
on my
What are
Instagram,
you talking about?
I'll tell you right now.
but
Because I think that's hilarious.
while we will show love to women in these next few minutes, I just
This
got
is
a
the
little
women's
problematic
section.
because I definitely did have like a half-ass naked chick on my IG, but it bees like that.
Yeah, man. Hold on, let me see.
So yeah, so she gave a couple questions. She's like, you know what? She's like, I know this has been covered on like other platforms and other podcasts. She said, but it would be dope to hear it from someone I know.
Okay.
Give their
I
perspective.
respect that. Shout out to
Because
you.
it's not, you know, I don't hang out with her as much as we used to, let's say a few years ago or whatever. So we don't have conversations like that. So she's like, you know what? It'd be dope to hear what,
Like a men's perspective.
yeah, what we gotta say about it. So like the first one, it's like, all right, with like the climate right now around like body positivity and the women's movement, we're gonna give our thoughts on some topics from our perspective. So the first one is women's rights regarding their bodies. How do we feel about having the power to make decisions about women's bodies when we're so physically different and we don't have to experience the same things? We don't experience abortions, we don't experience pregnancy, and well, we could plastic surgery.
All right,
Some
real
men
quick,
get plastic
when
surgery.
it comes with the pregnancy thing, oh, you know what? I'll let you finish.
He's
because I
really
don't
on
like
So
this. No,
He crazy.
he's bugging.
bruh.
So like with the first one,
You like them the size of this, like this.
how do
Bugging.
so the reason why they wrote us having the power is because if you look at governments, they're mostly made up of us, men.
Yeah.
So how do you as a man, right? How do you feel about like being able to have, you know, like, or other men having that power to like tell a woman if you have a baby, you know, and you don't want to keep it, you're gonna go to jail if you get rid of it.
Me personally, I don't think it's a man's choice. It's
Okay.
not.
Got it.
And we shouldn't. Plain and simple.
What
Now,
about you, Paul?
I'm in the same boat. That's not.
That's not.
Yeah, I feel
you
the
feel
same
it.
way. Like, if I was in their shoes, I don't know if it's something I would go through, but at the end of the day, I'm not in their shoes, and I'm a man. So at the end of the day, I'm not telling anybody what to do with their own body.
Bro,
I'm telling you that shit
All right,
right
real
now.
quick, just to make a lighter note, just the Dave Chappelle.
Yo, what he said was hilarious.
Wait,
Because he was
said,
just
if
like,
you're allowed to abort him, I'm
I'm allowed to
abandon
abandon
him.
them.
So just
Keep
to
that in
make
mind.
sure, keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
If you have the choice,
if you gonna keep
I
this
have the
motherfucker,
choice.
if you gonna keep this little motherfucker, bitch, I'm out.
Exactly. So
Nah,
if you
bitch,
have the
the
choice,
other
I
one?
Nah, bitch, I'm cool.
What's the other one?
So
Do you
what's the
feel?
other
you feel
Wait,
that-
but let's so
I don't
I'm.
think there's much to say on that. Like,
And then
we
what
all
about like
agree.
pregnancy though?
What do you mean?
So
like pregnancy weight. Cause niggas gain weight too.
Because the question is,
Yeah.
the
I
question is,
gain weight when.
how do you feel about the power to make decisions? I feel like we
we shouldn't be making these decisions.
We shouldn't. So we
What
agree with
decisions?
this. We agree. No,
other
listen,
than abortion.
We're talking about lawmaking.
like law, like
Like in
politicians
government.
and stuff.
Okay, so what happens in pregnancies?
So, as far as like how far along on the term can you terminate a pregnancy?
Oh, that's back
Shit
to
like
abortion.
that.
Like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
that's-
just one of those
we're not
things that's
touching
like,
that.
yeah. And then
I like. We should not have any choice at all.
For sure.
A woman, whatever she wants to do with her body is her body.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do. That's
So,
plain and
you
And
simple.
then I think with
If you
pregnancy
could-
is like, let's say on how you want to handle the pregnancy and like when it comes time to give birth. Like if you're gonna go with a C-section or you're gonna do it
They
naturally.
don't have the
like-
option. I thought they had the option.
I
No,
thought they had the option too.
I know like you could give it. You gotta.
It
give
depends
through
for health
regular-
reasons.
I think nowadays most
depending
doctors
if the
just,
baby
like,
comes out of
schedule
nowhere.
you, like for C-sections.
I want to say the C-section is.
I mean, I don't know because I haven't gotten a chick pregnant, so I don't
Because I
know.
want to say, Josiah's mother, she was she tried and she couldn't because she was so like petite. that they had to do the C-section.
Well, I think nowadays they
It's the C-section
schedule
is
like
the thing.
they
with the
schedule
window.
your C-section.
That's
Like
a
the
good
doctors
thing.
are like,
Right,
this on
fuck
this.
with the fit.
Well, I guess that's what he means by do we have the power to make that decision? Like the doctor saying, hey, on this day, whether you're going in labor or
I feel
not.
like if you don't if you agree with the politicians and men making these type of decisions, you're an asshole. Like you shouldn't make any of these type of decisions.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
But
just
I think, like with a woman in pregnancy, she's
That's why-
gonna agree to
But
that.
see, that's why I feel like when it comes
like
to that,
your husband
so
is not
we're
gonna
gonna
be
go-
like, no,
yeah.
don't fuck that pussy up.
But see,
You're gonna get a C-section.
That's a dirtbag.
Like,
The C-section does.
But see, that's and
I
that's
agree with
and
you.
then at the end of the day, that's where we go with.
Just don't fuck that pussy
This
up.
is why we need more women in positions in governments.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, but that's a whole other thing.
I agree with you 100%.
Well, you got also plastic surgery on here. So what do you mean by plastic surgery?
That was a good one. I didn't really
Understand what
I
you
think
mean
it was
by
just
that? I
more of
wanna
like
say it's like-
examples.
I want to say it's like
Because
I
as
think
men, I know men who get plastic surgery. Dudes that got bro. I've read shit about guys getting. I don't personally know.
Oh,
But I'm saying
okay. I thought you.
I'm about to say, let's deep dive in
I thought
that.
it was
No,
Tekashi
no.
was- Yeah, you snitching?
No, but it's just like there's dudes get calf implants.
Damn, Steve, why'd you get calf implants, yo?
Steve do got some small ass.
Cause it's like dude
trying to keep up with Gabby.
rock hard,
Yeah, Steve.
Brown like up top.
Steve is bad built on top.
but
top
down low,
he
spaghetti legs.
He skips Wednesday.
They skip leg day, bro. They skip leg day and they got chicken legs and they're conscious about that, so they get calf implants. Me, I played soccer as a kid, so my calves is. This is how I get girls. Calves come all day.
The biggest
Got
muscle
those
on
solid.
the body, I tell you
All
that.
day,
Well,
exactly.
how do you guys feel with women doing the plastic surgery? Do you like it or dislike it? I dislike it.
You just like
I'm not a
plastic surgery?
fan.
I don't like.
Listen,
Now,
I'm
if
not.
you want to do it and you feel
Go
comfortable,
for it. Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because at the end of the day, it's not my body.
Exactly.
I'm
If
not
you
telling
don't
you
feel-
what to do
if
with
you
your
don't feel-
fucking body.
Yeah, if you don't feel comfortable with the way you look and you want to change it and you can afford it, do your thing. Me personally, I feel like if a man loves you, he's gonna love you for who you are,
There you go,
what you
for
have, your stretch marks, your little bit of weight, the little chicho here and there.
But again, that takes it out of the man because a lot of these women who are getting plastic surgeries, they're getting it for themselves. They're not getting it for, oh, I'm gonna go get a man.
You don't think that's to
No,
attract men?
I disagree with
That's
that.
different.
I
To
just-
attract men, that's
I
a
feel like
different
a lot of
point.
people
You
do
know
it
what
to
I'm saying?
attract certain men.
Yeah.
And honestly-
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying
Like a
is
big butt.
her conscious choice is I want to do this so I can look good, so I can get whatever attention that I'm seeking, or feel confident in myself in whatever way.
I think it's more.
Plus, it's all
I think
programming,
I think
too.
it's
You're
more
seeing a lot.
75-25. I feel like 25% of the women do it because it's like a health reason, or they just feel
A
like
lot
they
of
wanna be
people-
more conscious.
or they've
about it.
had a lot of kids and then they want to like.
But I feel like most
A lot
of
of
them,
women like nose jobs. Some do it for vanity. Others do it for health reasons.
I think it's more vanity. I really do. Believe.
Now, what you were saying, it's like you don't think they're doing it because a dude. There's some who'll say, "Yeah, my man wants me to look a certain way," especially in my country.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, I get what you. Oh,
you
I
understand what I'm
understand
saying?
what you're saying.
That is yo.
Because the look is that's what men are attracted
Because-
to and shit like that.
Because
yeah.
at the end
So
of the
you're
day,
not
we know
gonna-
that we ain't shit.
You're not gonna get a man unless you look like that poster.
Exactly.
Because it's so rampant out there that you.
It's
can,
so
you gotta-
fucking
that's
rampant
the-
everybody
out
looks
there.
like a 10.
That's the only way you can keep up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Okay, I get what
So
that.
it's like a
So
It's
it's,
like a
it's the keep up, the
competition.
keeping up with the Joneses.
So you know
theory.
what? So that
Thank you for keeping up. Just saying.
no, but that means that makes sense. And now the numbers are skewed.
So-
yes.
Because
So
it's
here's
more
my-
of a mental
Yeah.
than I don't want to. I want to look good, but it's because I can't catch a man. Because this one already beat me to it. Because
Yeah,
she
yeah.
did the surgery before I did.
But what happens if you get the surgery too early and then you develop late?
I think
Is
there
there
should be an
an age
age
limit?
limit. I
Is
think there
there?
should be an age limit on plastic
Well,
surgery.
in Colombia, is there like an age limit, like 18 and up?
Probably
Or
not.
To
There's
be
like
honest,
15
I
girls if there
don't
was some
know.
big old titties.
I don't agree with that.
I'm just saying. Like,
All views and opinions expressed by Paulito Vega are those of
Paulito Vega.
tickle bitties in 8th grade. You're like,
Alright,
God
so
dang.
wait. Here's the thing. That I don't know.
And that means like if I was an 8th grader, not that I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
But
too-
here's the
it's
thing.
too late, bro.
Here's two things I want to touch on.
That'd be dope if you're in
Not
8th grade
only-
and the girl you like just comes in one day. From big
Not
ass
only
titties.
should we not
He wasn't like that 2 weeks ago.
listen, not only should we not be involved in the decision making process of what women should do with their body, we also should not opine on it. We should not give an opinion on it. Because at the end of the day, they're not our fucking bodies.
That's what I was getting to by this. Like,
I'm not big into.
like,
I think you're going there, but I'll let you go. But
no, go ahead.
I'm going with
like if I
women
ever
body shame us.
Oh, of course, it goes both ways.
If you're not brolic as hell, you're not in the gym, and you don't look.
No,
like
I don't.
That's why I tell girls, I'm like, you gonna love this cat.
You know why? Because
not as much.
Women will love you for who you are.
But how did you get her?
They'll still have a type. They'll still be attracted to somebody. Like, a woman will tell you all day, oh, Channing Tatum is banging. I don't fuck shit at Channing Tatum. But if you don't look like Channing Tatum, you're not looking at it like, oh, I'm never gonna get her. Because you know, like, there's a million other ways to get her.
I think guys are a little more superficial than girls.
Because you know what it is? Guys are.
But
guys
I feel like it's the times are turning.
Okay, let me rephrase
I feel like women. I don't want to say all women, but
Yeah,
I want to say it's changing. I feel like now it's the other way around. Like if you're not out here busting out in your t-shirt, in your extra small t-shirt, you might not get the same attention.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's more on us. Dude, I think it's more on us. I'm telling you right now.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
So,
there's a lot of people. There's more vanity in the world because
A
social
lot
media,
more,
and you gotta be
more.
like in the swipe era. You gotta look good to get a swipe. I get what you're saying.
I didn't even think of that, but that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying. These days, your appearance gotta probably be a little bit better than back in the day because you're not gonna get you're not gonna get the chance.
But as men, we have more leeway.
Yeah.
We're not judged as harshly as we judge women.
Because a woman will like you.
You want to know why? Because we don't gotta put makeup on. We ain't
gotta
gotta do our hair.
Liking you.
What's the most we gotta do?
You're right.
What's the most we gotta do?
Long enough, you'll get her to like
you and I, because we got short hair. What's the most we gotta do? Get a fucking shape up and have our beard trimmed, right?
Yeah. You know what? Now
what's the woman gotta do? They gotta get their hair done,
putting myself in
the nails done, get their toes done.
It makes sense because when I was with my ex, I was at my heaviest. Now I'm not at my heaviest. We're not together, but she loved me for who I was.
And she's not looking at you like, damn.
She never looked at me.
This way you look, man. Good. Let me get back with you.
Yeah,
she's
not that way.
Women are not like that.
So that makes sense.
They like what they
like.
like.
Probably hung like a moose.
That's true.
I got a big ass dick.
I'm definitely not.
Don't put the expectation. I never put the
expectation.
Don't put that expectation.
I'm trying to surprise you.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, oh wow. She said, "Oh, Poppy."
Oh, really? Ray walked into the bedroom just dragging penis.
No.
It's like, hey, girl.
No, but I get what you're saying. But
no, it makes sense. I agree with you guys. I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong.
Alright, so
when I was at my heaviest, things were great. Now I'm in shape. I'm by myself.
You know why I say it? Look, because
it kind of fucks with you because you're thinking to yourself like, I'm doing what I gotta do physically to get to this point, but I'm not attracting the women.
Especially with the ladies that we deal with.
And that goes right into the next thing, your type of women.
And exactly. So to piggyback off of that, and to segue into this one, you and I talk a lot. You know, I'll kick my coverage. You know what that means, right?
I don't even try.
Explained it on episode 1. You can
go back to episode 1.
I don't even try to kick the field goal. If it's not an extra point, I don't
episode 1 intro. Please go back to that if you want to know what we're talking about.
Real quick. We gotta explain what I'll kick your coverage.
Okay.
A field goal.
This is
the Women's Overtime Podcast, so we gotta explain a field goal.
I got this.
How far is
I got this. Give me.
So the I'll kick your coverage basically means that
how far? Damn, I don't even know how to explain it. It's a field goal.
I got it. Give me a second. Fucking internet.
But in layman's terms, it basically means that you're with somebody who you know you can't get.
Yeah.
Like you're with. It mostly applies to men.
We mean that
it applies to men.
Football terms, you're physically hitting a target further than what you're expected to hit.
Exactly.
Your target should be closer to your
target.
So
when it pertains
to
guys
always
so when it pertains
you gotta overshoot.
Yeah. So when it pertains to relationships, is to engage in either a romantic or sexual relationship.
Shoot for the stars. You land
with a person who is much better looking and or smarter and or in a higher socioeconomic class than you. Essentially, a person who is widely considered to be out of your league.
Which is out of your league. Out of your league is definitely.
I like to consider myself someone who
masters in out of
definitely.
That motherfucker shoot for the stars.
No, I shoot for the stars.
See that more
and Ray done seen it. But here's the thing: and Reno's like is real burn.
No,
like,
but
it
you
ain't
see
me
that.
talking shit and be like, yeah, and then like, nah, he ain't. No, Reno is the real
No,
deal.
because you see that more with men, because men are willing to take that shot.
Men are more.
Women will quote unquote downgrade.
Yeah,
Like
men
they're
are
more
happy.
to be happy.
Because of the
because a lot of times when you are
because of the societal
shooting
gender norm because of the
vanity,
societal
you'll find
societal
somebody
gender
who's,
norms.
Who's
The
emotionally
societal-
and mentally.
Here's the
not
thing:
there.
as a society, our gender roles we're the ones that gotta shoot the shot,
Yeah.
not
Women
the
don't
women.
But nowadays that's just changing. That's
Now.
Do you really believe that women are shooting the shot more?
100%. The woman's got the power in the shit now.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you
You
right
think
now,
so?
and this is what I told my boy.
I'm waiting for somebody to shoot their shot.
Yo.
Ain't nobody shooting nothing.
Well, you gotta put it out there.
Women have gotten
I love
smarter,
that.
fam.
'Cause-
Women have gotten smarter, and they definitely are shooting a shot. And I'm gonna tell y'all right
And
now.
I
ladies,
don't mean by shooting the shot.
slide in
They
the DMs.
realize they have the power to get you or not.
Yes.
Oh
Before,
no,
you can
they
talk
finally
someone
realized
into
it.
some stuff.
Now you can't.
Now you
No.
can't.
Oh,
These
they
girls are
they
smart.
read
off the bat.
they read through the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yo,
She'll tell you off the bat if you getting it or not.
yo, in
This is true.
so not obviously no disrespect. Not to say that women were dumb before, but women are smart and dumb.
They got hip to the game.
They got hit to the game. They got hit to our fucking bullshit because
They read
we
through
ain't
the
shit.
bullshit.
But
a lot better.
ladies, I'm gonna tell you this: you got hip to the game, but a lot of y'all still fall for the game.
yeah.
Cause they don't. That's like men and women when they cheat.
However,
Real
let me
quick.
be. Wait.
We do
before
gotta
you
finish
continue.
through all this sauce because we're going on tangents.
We
This is
got
just
to.
overtime.
But let me
It's
be
getting late, ladies.
let me be perfectly clear.
These beers are gonna turn into espressos and
Yo, let me be perfectly clear, ladies. When it pertains to your boy right here, Ralph, shoot your shot.
he go
slide
the
in the
WBLS
DMs.
one, bro.
This nigga Ed Level over here.
Yo, slide it in DMs, shoot your shot.
Shoot you.
Shoot your motherfucking shot. Because Lord knows that I don't have the ability to shoot my own shot.
You
I'm so out of the game.
You know what's
I'm gonna
crazy?
shoot the shot.
I can sit down and talk to a chick, right? And have this, just sit down and talk. Like, your wife. I can sit down and have a conversation with her. But if it's like another girl, it's like expressing how I feel. Oh, I suck at that. It's horrible.
Yeah?
I think I suck at putting myself out there like that.
It takes guts to put yourself.
It does. So that's why I'm just like, yo, shoot your shot.
is
Tell
back-
me.
This is back to.
Tell me, because
Does
also
the-
I'm an idiot.
Does the women
Wait.
want that now?
Yeah,
Why
I'm an
not?
idiot.
What do they want?
To be in a relationship?
A lot of
To
them
be
don't
honest,
I'm
anymore.
gonna tell you this
A lot
right
of
now.
them don't.
In our age group,
A lot of them don't.
Nope.
it's about we can hang out, we can
Mhm.
go
Yeah.
out, you could take me out, we could.
But
do
you ain't my
this,
man.
But we're not together
We're not
together
together.
like that,
Mhm.
and you have to sit there. And at the end of the day, we all have feelings.
Yeah.
Us men, that goes back to.
But that's our caveman mentality where we want to claim possession of something. We want to, that's my girl. I want to
Yeah.
take her out. That's
And it's
mine.
like, nah, fam. We
but,
can't do that
but
anymore.
nowadays, that's not how it is.
And nowadays, it's not how it is.
If she don't post you on Instagram, y'all not together, bro.
Wow.
I'll tell you that right now.
Yo, and then you end up seeing her at dinner with some dude with tattooed arms, and you're just like, oh shit.
I should get some
Hey,
Yo, I saw that meme.
And this
Yo,
dude-
that
and
meme
this
had
dude
me
goes to the
dying.
gym, Too. Like, damn, he's
It's
way
like,
better than me.
yo, is this meme? It's like when she don't answer your text, but then you see her IG story with some dude at dinner with tattoo arm, you're just like, shit.
Yeah, man, that shit happens. Though.
All right,
That's
so
some
the
legit shit.
second one is: do you feel that the type of woman or people you are attracted to, or what you find attractive, has changed with the current representation of women/people in the media and the body positivity movement? Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I say yeah.
They
It's
were
a,
programmed to like certain things, just like we were just hitting before.
Yeah, but also, I guess me personally, I find myself being nowadays, especially because of the body positivity and the confidence now. Like I said, women have gotten smarter. They're more confident. They're more sure of themselves. I found myself being attracted to women that I never thought I'd be attracted to.
Oh, okay. So your type has been broken down.
Yes, my type is no longer the same. My type is more.
it's a broader.
But do you
broader.
feel there's still branches of that?
There's branches within the branches.
There's branches within the branches.
There's
Now,
branches
what
within the
what do I
branches.
mean by that? So like for me, one of my branches is like your face, right?
I think the smile and the teeth.
Exactly. Like if you have a
Real
pretty
big,
face, sometimes it doesn't matter if you're super skinny, fat, thick.
Yep.
Like that'll carry you
No, but
over
it's
like,
not
oh,
even-
she's got
but-
big titties.
but-
Because there's a lot of people who are just very like, oh,
It's
she's
not
got to
even-
have a big ass.
No,
No,
not
but
anymore.
it's not even that though. Like if you have a beautiful personality, that comes
That'll
out.
shine
Yes.
through, yeah.
And
Yo.
you don't have to be the prettiest girl, but your
Because
personality
sometimes you find people
shines
who are
through.
beautiful and their personality is
Oh,
trash,
disgusting.
and they look horrible.
Men and women.
Man and women, man and women, man and women.
I've listen. I've dealt with a lot of women who are good looking and they got trash ass personality.
So work on your personalities, ladies.
Word. But
You
Fellas too.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
yo, you wanna know
Put some weights down and
fam, you wanna know
put
what
that
I'm
protein shake down and work on that personality.
fam, you wanna know
Oh,
what
your
I'm
heart, bro.
you wanna know what I'm a sucker for? Eyes.
Eyes are a big deal.
If you
man.
got
That's crazy.
hanging eyes,
I think teeth, yo. I don't know what it is about like nice looking teeth and a smile.
And then when we
I
talk
think
about
that works.
physically attracted, because that is
that's a physical feature.
no, but I'm talking about like.
So I'm on the fence
I
about the
broke
teeth
this
thing
up.
because I guess only because like obviously I'm not saying I have crooked teeth, but I got gaps and shit. But
Everybody got gaps.
Got
thank you, sir. I appreciate
it. With
you.
the hat. Just trying to kill that fucking fly.
I'm a
All day.
savior.
Good, you've been here for 2 hours.
Yeah. But no, like I said, I do find myself being attracted more to
But
different women
But,
than what
okay.
I
But do
normally
you feel
would.
like there's an Instagram chick body? Like, because all these plastic surgeries are basically putting the same body on all these girls?
Yeah, but I find myself being
You
turned
got like a
off by
fucking
those.
template. It's a fucking
Yo,
template for these chicks.
I don't know. I don't know about you guys.
You're just sitting there like, who do you want to look at? And there's just like,
Listen,
oh, this-
Unless the sky. Nigga.
So I don't know about you guys, but I find myself being turned off by that because I'm not the biggest fan of women getting plastic surgery. However, whatever you want to do and whatever makes you happy, do you, boo boo.
for sure.
But me personally, I would tell a girl, do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't want you to get it because I don't feel like if I'm with you because I'm with you and I want all of you. Like you don't need to get it. For me, don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. But I just want to let you know that at the end of the day, I don't feel that it's necessary. But that decision will always be yours. But that decision will always be yours.
It's like a Christmas gift.
So it's one of those things. I'll give you my thoughts on it, but at the end of the day, I'm not making that decision for you.
And what about this? How do you feel about the masculinity has changed since this movie? So masculinity and this. These are good questions she threw at us.
Yo, she's the G.
Yeah.
Did we shout
She's
her
a
out?
G.
We shout her out?
My homegirl Alicia, she's the shit. I've known her since I'm gonna say 2008, 2009.
Don't say her name. Say her IG. That's how people get
Yeah,
across.
she don't have
We'll
a-
do it. We'll do a shout out.
I don't know
segment
her
at the
IG
end.
at the beginning.
But like,
I don't know it off the top
so
of my
her
head.
question was.
But
how do
she
you-
knows who she is. She my homegirl.
How
I
do you
love
feel
her.
that masculinity has changed since this movie? Man, I can't talk about other dudes' masculinity. I mean,
Everybody's
Yes,
different.
Yes, we
everybody's
can
different.
because we're men.
Everybody's different.
no, but it's different. Like who I associate masculinity to is the group of people who I'm around.
True.
I guess the
You know, work
definition of
colleagues.
masculinity has changed.
In what sense?
So
Are guys more sensitive?
I think guys are more sensitive.
like
I think
bitch
men-
assness is just more rampant. Is that what you mean?
I wouldn't call sensitivity bitch assness because this
Well,
goes back.
that again.
So
back
wait,
to
this goes back to the
point.
conversation that you had earlier with your son, where he was being emotional and letting it all out, and you caught yourself on the verge of telling him, "Yo, man, up."
Man up.
But then he caught himself and he's like, "You know what? Let me not tell him that." Why? Because us as men of color, Latinos and Black, we're told don't show emotion.
You're not allowed to cry. You're not
We're
allowed to show
told
emotion.
you're not
Think
allowed
about it.
to
How
cry.
many times? Think about it. How many times have you hugged your father? But
I do hug my dad a lot.
Bitch ass.
Y'all hug my dad all the
I
time.
hug my dad a
Yo,
lot.
when I do see my
I
dad,
just
I
right
hug
now.
that motherfucker.
You know what
all the
changed
time,
that
bro.
though? But I know what you're saying that because I wasn't
I hugged him.
wasn't brought up to hug him and kiss him.
Yeah.
But when Gabby's pop passed,
Uh-huh.
that flipped the script on everything for me.
Yeah.
I said I have my dad here now and I gotta love him every single day. I kiss my dad on that forehead.
Same. I do the forehead kiss and I hug him. You want to know what changed it for
And
me?
I tell him all the time, when I see him and when I leave, I love you.
So I had two things.
Because God forbid, because that shit, the way
My father
that shit
says right
hit,
now,
bro, that shit
And I'm
hit
not
hard,
trying to cut you off, but
Yeah.
I don't have that relationship with my father.
Because you choose not to? Or because your dad is
Well,
just...
he's always out of the country, so that's a whole
Okay,
different
Number
shit.
one. But number two, his dad's also not the most.
He's not an
forthcoming
emotional
person.
He's
Yeah.
dude. I could count since I've been out of high school. I could count like maybe a handful of times this dude hugged me.
Wow.
So
that's why I'm trying to change the dynamic between me and my son.
Oh yeah, because
Where
that's what
I
you can
give him a
control.
hug. I'm
Because
like,
that's
oh.
what you can control.
And that's why I try to catch myself, man up. No, don't man up. Like, alright,
No, but you know
good.
what? And
You got
sometimes
it
you
all
need
out.
to hear what that is, and you
Yeah.
need examples of what that is.
Mhm.
So you need to set an example of what man up is. Not when you're emotionally, but you do something, you go, that's how you man up. So that way, when you say that to your son, say man up, he can associate that
Bro,
with.
that's what I told him. I
Because
said,
like if he has no idea what you mean, if you say yo man up, quit crying, like stop being a
it's
punk.
just you're just
It's just-
telling him
you're just-
don't feel.
So we can
yeah.
use,
I
so
don't
we,
want that.
So
so
you
here's
need
the
to
thing,
do
this is
something
what we
and be
can
like,
do.
this is how you man up.
We need to exactly, and we need to change the narrative and flip of what man up actually means.
For sure.
Man up should no longer mean don't show emotion, don't cry, toughen up. Man up could be, here's a good example. If you see your boy being a complete asshole to a girl, you know, or saying something
Or to another
inappropriate
person.
shit, or to another person,
Be like, yo, man
that's
up.
man up. It's like, yo, call him out. Call your boy out, or call your family, like your male family member for being toxic,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
saying the
Or,
dumb
or you
shit,
could even do something
or
similar to
call
that.
yourself out. That's
you see,
manning
you see
up.
somebody struggling with something, maybe lifting a bag or
Help
or
them.
help,
Like,
you help
do something
somebody.
like
That's
that.
man up.
You could be like, yo, man
Hold,
up, help
no,
them.
not even hold the fucking door for
Hold
somebody.
the door for
Exactly.
somebody. Man up. Hold
Say
the
good
door.
morning.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
walk by
yeah.
somebody.
Or if you're like, if
Change
you're
that
on the
narrative.
train or you're on the bus and you
Thank
see
you
an
for these
elderly,
questions.
you see an elderly person, man up, get the fuck up, let him sit there.
Yeah.
Now I don't see how,
Now, look,
how
with
this
the-
has changed.
No,
'cause,
I
like,
know.
again, back to like
But real quick, so
sometimes
the
you're
two
just in your
things,
bubble.
yeah. So the two things that changed that for me, like the whole thing with my dad was, in 2007, my biological father passed away. He was murdered in Colombia.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Now, I didn't have a relationship with him. I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, I talked to my biological father. No. I think I probably spoke to him, I saw him maybe twice in my life, 3 times. And then out of those 3 times,
So you grew up with your stepfather.
twice he talked to me, yeah. That's who my
That's your
dad
dad
is.
is.
My stepfather is my dad.
Yeah.
Why? Because he met my mom in 1992. Shit, 2 kids, still married her anyway. And he treated us like we're his kids. When he brought us to his family, he never said, these are my stepkids. He told everyone, these are my kids. This is my daughter, this is my son.
That's management.
That's man.
I never tell people, yo, that's my stepdad.
Yeah.
I tell people, that's my dad. So that, and then my dad in 2012 had a quadruple bypass.
Wow.
He almost died.
Damn.
We didn't even know he was in the hospital. He took himself to the hospital, and he's just like, oh, a casualty. So, where you at? Oh, I'm in the hospital. I wasn't feeling good. I'm sorry, what?
Damn, that's crazy. He manned
So
up.
we like it was some
He
real
manned
shit.
up.
We almost
He
lost
that's
him.
made up.
Yo, we almost lost him. So I'm just like, yo, you know what? Every time I see him, I'm like, what's up? And I give him a hug. I kiss him on the forehead. You know, you okay? How you doing? You need anything? What's good? And until this day, he'll ask me, you guys all right? You need anything? Nah, I'm good. Chill. So that's what changed that for me.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
my
Ray,
dynamic
if you
with,
can't change that,
you know.
you
No,
can-
I changed
you
that.
And
can-
then my grandfather, who, you know, on my mom's side, my grandmother's, you know, husband, so he stayed in Colombia. They moved to Colombia, and then my grandma got sick, she passed away. Then he stayed in Colombia, but he comes out here, you know, every so often. Although it's been a while. But every time he's here, like, he's my best friend. You're like, I hang out with my grandfather, I love my grandfather. You don't know why? Because when my mom got here, she didn't know anyone, but she was pregnant with me. So when she had me, she had no one to be like my quote unquote godparents. So when I got baptized, my grandma and my grandpa were my godparents. So that's double gifts.
Yeah.
But that's how it was for me. I was just like, yo, just fuck it. Like, that's my grandpa's my everything, bro. I love that motherfucker. But then the last one is, you know, do you feel that
I
you're...
gotta stop it because we're at 29 minutes and change.
Oh, got it.
So we'll do this last
Last
topic,
one, and then we're done.
and then we'll just close it out.
We're done, yeah. So...
Hold on, I'll tell you guys one. Let's go.
So the last one's, do you feel that your masculinity is compromised if you show sensitivity? If so, do you judge other men for being more sensitive?
No.
So it's just
Back to what we were talking
back to what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
let's touch
No,
on it.
honestly, yo, if like, let's say you and I had a talk, right? And one of us, like, you started getting emotional, you teared up. I'm like, I'm not gonna judge you. It
No,
wouldn't
you know
bother
what?
me.
You know what helped me with that too, like, and not to promote this, but we've been drinking since a young age,
Since 16.
maybe younger. I was getting shit in Valencia like 14,
12.
15.
with his long hair, his locks.
So, again, not to promote fucking drinking at such a young age, but being around a lot of men, like as a group of friends, and you start drinking, emotions are gonna come out because
It opens up that floodgate of
Yo,
emotions.
you had that one uncle, mijo. I love you.
No, just within our friends.
No, I know, but I'm saying when it
So
comes to
I
family,
remember.
though.
So this is why this. I mean, I could see why other people are like closed off, and because if you never experienced that, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember being like 16 and drinking in the woods, and just opening it up to my friends and.
This motherfucker grew up in Mississippi?
No, like
it's
yo.
called Fifth Ward Park.
No. Like, shout out to Brian, John's cousin.
Oh fucking.
That motherfucker used to hang out with the white boys.
Oh, they used to get all the liquor.
So he used to know these spots where he would like go into these little like woods, and it was just open areas, and you just sit there and you just drink.
Didn't he get a ticket for that shit?
Yeah, we got tickets for that. Because we got rowdy in those woods.
Wow.
And then we would drink at like Gabriel's house and all that other shit. You know.
We get emotional.
You get emotional.
Yeah.
I feel like
I find myself as I've gotten older, I've been more in tune with my emotions, and I'm definitely
For
more
sure, because I was so
emotional.
able to open up at such an early age.
I'm definitely more.
And you know what stores
I'm
me
a
too?
crier, bro.
I get it.
I'm
when
a
I see people
crier,
who get
guy.
fucked up now and get all weird, I'm like, how do you not know how to handle your liquor? And then you realize, like, yo, some people didn't start drinking until they're like 24,
We're like
25.
immune to the shit.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh, another beer? Okay.
And you're like, no, you go out, they party, they fight, and you're like, yo, why are you doing that at that age? And then you realize, oh,
not
you
everyone.
haven't been drinking that long.
Yeah, not everyone started drinking in the age we did.
Yeah.
Like I legit was fucking 12.
And again, not to promote.
Bro, I was 11 or 12.
It just
not
did
at all.
open up a lot of
We're
kids.
not promoting underage drinking. We're just saying the dynamics of our
circumstances
friends
that-
and our
yeah.
family circumstances, bro.
No,
I was a kid. I had uncles serving me fucking bottle caps of aguardiente behind my mom's back.
If you're teething, they put rum on
Yeah.
your fingers and rub it on your
Rub it
teeth.
on your
So, do you remember my 17th birthday?
I probably don't because we were drunk.
Where my dad was like, y'all can get fucked up, but as long as you stay in
Oh
the
yeah,
house.
I remember that. Gabby Pop did that too.
Yeah.
Sylvia did that shit all the time.
We woke up in the front lawn. Like,
Yeah, trash.
trash.
Shit, I woke
You
up
still
in
have
the
that
lawn of his
football
house
table?
once.
Nah.
He was a beast at that shit.
Yeah, I wanted one for in here.
What happened to the pool table?
Steve's got that shit at his house. He said in order for us to get it, you gotta like break it down.
I ain't doing all that.
Yeah.
That'd be good to have though.
That'd be super good to have.
Yeah, you ready to close this out?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, we ready to close this out, yo.
Before we send everybody, like, peace out, any shout out?